Hello, IG. This is Ed and Brian with another podcast video. Like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have three. One for fitness. One is like a hybrid of fitness and basically verbal therapy at the gym, and that's what we on today. We just pretty much talk about whatever comes to mind. So one of my things was basically about parenting in the modern day, and it's just ceases to amaze me that we were groomed to become these solid, strong men, and then with stuff going on with the system and the politics, it's like the black father has nothing to say. It's like we have to dumb down after we done got built up. We have to break ourselves back down just to make uncomfortable people feel comfortable.
I would definitely agree with you on that. It's okay. It's like me and you had discussed before. Okay, there's no comfortable way of saying this, so I'm just gonna say it. Okay, we're in modern times, and the majority are modern women, but yet the modern woman want traditional men, and it's kind of like a big conflict because
Right.
I know a relative of mine has said in a recent post on social media, it said, well, all you men want women to cook like grandma, but yet you don't want to pay bills like grandpa. And my response was, okay, you have too many modern people who want traditional people playing traditional roles like it was yesteryear, and no one commented after that. And I wasn't trying to attack any one person, but there's too many times where you have modern people who want traditional things, and it's like it doesn't work like that. Okay, I have no problem with someone wanting what they want, but I believe a lot of times they're not realistic. You get with a person over the physical, but yet no one really talk about, hey, are man and woman equally yoked?
A lot of times they're not equally yoked. The thing is, with our culture, they all want bad boys, and they expect bad boys to have good boy qualities, and it just doesn't sum up that way. Problem two, you have two worlds of people now. You have bougie people wanting to be ratchet. You have ratchet people wanting to be bougie. So it's basically like a hybrid mentality, and you can't have your foot on both sides. One's gonna overpower the other. Bottom line is you have to find who's really equally yoked with you. And a lot of times your likes and your support will tell you who you really equally yoked. A lot of times if you're not a person's type, you're just not their type. You can't force somebody to be your type.
Absolutely.
But you know, the thing is with the equality in these relationships, the women of yesterday fought for y'all to have rights. And now, yes, it takes, two incomes to make it. It's no longer the Stone Age mother being the homemaker. It's like the roles have been reversed to a point that now the women working 2 and 3 jobs. The guy sits home and play video games. Where in areas in the past when I was out of work, I was still hustling, cutting grass, or doing whatever to bring money in to the household.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, because the thing is, though, I'm not gonna say it's exclusively in our era, but I would say
started from baby boomers.
I would say that we're probably the last of a big population, generation-wise, where men still had this work ethic of the men of yesteryear and everything, where
Right.
we still had
Right.
a lot of traditional values, and I'm not gonna say it's just me and you, but
Right.
I know a lot of men.
know a lot of people, yeah.
I know a lot of men who grew up in our era and everything.
Right.
Okay, they still had parents who adhere to the traditional standards by and large. Now,
Right.
I'm not saying everybody, because that didn't happen even back in the day. Everyone didn't do everything one way or the other, but
No, it always existed. It's just that this era is exposing all the hidden secrets.
absolutely
It's coming out.
It is, and I'm not gonna say it's all for the worse, but I'm not gonna say it's a good thing either and everything. It pros and cons with everything people do and everything. So for myself, I look at it like this. Okay, this is what happened. This is the results of it,
Right.
and I just take it from a historic perspective. Okay, you have a man. Okay, traditionally speaking, he was the breadwinner. Okay.
Right.
Usually, you could have minimum 2,
Right.
and max it will probably be about 7 kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now I'm speaking from the 50s and 60s.
Right, because men back then, they had 20 kids they took care of, provided.
Yeah.
It wasn't as common as it is now for a man to have several kids by several different women and not paying for none of them.
Right.
And the thing is, if it's not about the kid, I mean, how can I put it? If it's not about the baby mama, then he wants nothing to do with the kids. And I've seen it and I see it all the time.
That to me, that's not a man.
Right, and then the good men are picking up the baggage.
Right, and I'm seeing now like the term "sim" been thrown around too much and incorrectly, just like being an alpha male.
It's been thrown around incorrectly. It's
Absolutely.
just that, honestly, betas are guys that have more patience than alphas to put up with the nonsense. Alphas are flat out. Alphas don't become beta until the woman gets fed up. That's when the beta side of the so-called alpha come out, the one that wants to make all kind of noise. See, everybody talks about the alphas and the betas. Nobody knows about the sigma.
It really don't.
They really don't. The sigma is the one that thinks for itself, has his own mind, comfortable with the skin that he's in, and don't need validation of everybody else's approval to make his own decisions. You know, where alpha has to be heard, has to dominate, has to take over the conversation, has to be the toughest and the smartest in the room, man. That's a common problem in our culture. A lot of people want to be alphas, but they're making beta moves.
Definitely. Okay, now I know one confused scenario was this guy named Russell Wilson. You guys probably heard of him. Seattle Seahawks. He married Sierra, who had a child with the entertainer named Future. And there's a large population on social media who called that man a simp and everything. He got with a woman, and they got 2 kids together, married, and they living their best life. Me, I don't necessarily consider what Russell Wilson did was a simp move. He did what he wanted to do and everything. Now, call this man weak because he chose something that I wouldn't have chose.
Right.
That doesn't make the man a simp. I ain't gonna lie. I probably wouldn't have done it,
Right.
but I'm not gonna say just because I wouldn't have done it,
Right.
that makes the man a simp. And I think we need to stop moving in that direction,
Right.
saying just because someone made a decision me or you wouldn't have made,
Right.
it means it's bad and everything. Okay, now maybe he do legitimately
Right.
love that woman and everything, and love that child as his own and everything.
Right.
But that's something every individual have to do for themselves and everything. Now, if you're gonna ask me, will I tell my son to do that?
Right.
I don't know it
I
now.
wouldn't recommend it.
Right.
Right.
But see, it's not more on an indictment because the woman has a child, but it's more of an indictment that, hey, okay, that means that certain repercussions could happen if you in this scenario and you have a significant amount of means, money, and influence and everything. So say what you want to, but I would tell my child, I would tell my male relatives, like, okay, you may not want to
Right.
do this move because of these reasons. Now, you still do what you choose,
Right.
but I'm going to give you the realistic and honest scenarios of things that is possible. Now, is it 100%? Nothing is 100%.
No, it never is 100%. It's just like anything else. There's always a chance that it might go sweet or it might not.
Right.
But one of the key factors to growth, and nobody ever want to use this protocol, is doing something that makes you uncomfortable, because you can't grow no other way. There's just no shortcuts in between it. Everybody wants to move to the next level, but the key thing is you have to be accountable for all your decisions and step out in faith. Honestly, every day we taking a leap of faith. Every decision you make, it either can save your life, change your life, or it can possibly end your life. It's up to you. You don't know a lot of times, like unless you take risks. Not do nothing stupid, but even with starting your own business, it's like starting from little bitty bits and pieces. Don't have the mindset that the big dollars are going to come right away. One little quota is a start, and you're not guaranteed to get contracts all the time, because it's politics that plays a part into that. It's this here that plays a part into that. Not all, but some. But I'm the type, I pick up off of energy, and that's what gives me the ability to read different people. And regardless of your ethnic, I can tell I can tell when you fake because you act like you fearing me. And then I can feel that real energy where, okay, this person is mellow, blah, blah, blah. Then you have that flat out bland energy, like, get away from me, you contaminate, type of energy. And that's all I wanted to cover on this topic for today. But we will be getting back to you all shortly. Like and subscribe.
Thanks for everything, people.